Here's Suarez. Set. He throws. Fastball driven into deep left field. Going back is Laureano at the warning track. Right in front of the wall. He jumps and makes the catch at the 342-foot marker, about 30 feet off the left field corner. And the game is over.
Here's your host, Carlos Ramirez.
Yeah, the number is 415-808-5627. Again, the number 415-808-5627. That's 415-808-KNBR. That was ugly. Yikes. I mean, we've seen two things happen on back-to-back nights with different results. Rafa Corral is behind the glass. I am Carlos Ramirez. What's up, Raf?
What's up, Carlos? Good to see you, man.
I miss you.
It's been a while. You still work here?
I think so. I mean,
Well, I
I'm expecting. I think I'm going to get paid for this. I think so. The checks are still coming in the mail, which is good. You know, it's appreciated. It's appreciated. Is what I wanted to say. Rafa Corral will be behind the glass and taking your phone calls at 415-808-5627. We saw on back-to-back nights the exact same start of the game by the Giants. A leadoff home run. Ramos last night, Jung-Hoo Lee tonight. Now, what's different? Well, the guy on the mound is different. And what it's really remarkable from tonight's game is not just the season that Nick Pivetta is having with the Padres, is the complete reinvention of Nick Pivetta this season. You just need to go to his Baseball Reference website and start scratching your eyes and your head. And the first thing you can ask yourself is, what's this guy doing? How is 32-year-old Nick Pivetta, who before this season never had a complete year with an ERA below 4? Let that sink in. Before 2025, 32-year-old Nick Pivetta with the Phillies in 2017 made his MLB debut. Then spent 5 seasons with the Red Sox before coming this year to the Padres. Never had a season with an ERA below 4. 4.04 was his best season before this one, and that was 2023. Now, I've heard of late bloomers, but this is ridiculous. I mean, this guy is spinning the baseball at a rate that is, Cy Young-esque. After tonight's start, Nick Pivetta has an ERA of 2.81. Again, never has had an ERA below 4. And he has turned into he is the official stopper of the San Diego Padres. And here's what's really fascinating about Nick Pivetta is I think we're in an era of baseball, my dear Raf. And I want your take on this, fans. I think, and I've been saying this for a couple of years on NBC Sports Bay Area, because, and I recommend everyone, if you're a seam head, if you love the baseball game, if you love the sport of the diamond, you should read Jeff Passan's book, The Arm. I think it's a decade-long book. I mean, meaning it was first published about 10 years ago. And what Jeff Passan lets us know in this book is, or at least he told us in his research, is pretty much, I think, still real today. It still applies in today's day and age. In an industry that has no salary cap, baseball, front offices around baseball still have no idea in the industry how to preserve and keep healthy the biggest, most expensive asset in the game, which is the arm. So you're seeing these guys pump out 99, 100, 101, 102, like it's rolling out of bed, and they're slicing and dicing and pumping gas like it's no one's business. And they're getting hurt. I mean, the rate of guys getting Tommy John surgery as teenagers, even I've read like preemptive Tommy John surgery, which is insane. What once was a career ending, then career hazarding, to now becoming, you can get it twice or 3 times and you can come back from it. And what's happening now is guys like Jacob Lopez with the A's or Nick Pivetta with the Padres going to tonight's game are finding success without even touching 95. I mean, Nick Pivetta, his repertoire this season is four-seamer, curveball, sweeper, cutter, sprinkle in some sinker, and maybe a dash of slider. Nothing touches 94. The average of Nick Pivetta's fastball is 93.8 miles an hour. The curveball, the average is 80. Sweeper, 82. The cutter doesn't touch 90. The average is 89. And if you go to his Baseball Savant website, pitch and run value is 100 percentile. 100. The fastball run value, which is basically how effective the pitch is in the 99th percentile. And his four-seam fastball doesn't touch 94. And the breaking stuff is at 96. So here's my first question to you, the fans. Is Nick Pivetta, is Jacob Lopez, is Joe Ryan from the Twins, are the even, Logan Webb, who doesn't throw 100, does it a different way. Are these guys, is this the new era of starting pitching? Are we going back to that? Because that's what it feels like. That baseball is understanding. Listen, we can't have these guys. We can't pay them $200, $300 million to stand there and do something that the UCL ligament is not, or the UC ligament, the ulnar collateral ligament, which is what gets damaged or needs repair when you subject yourself to the Tommy John surgery. We can't keep asking these guys to stand there and pump gas and not break. It's physically untenable. You can't keep asking them to do so. So the industry is reverting to the Nick Pivettas of the world. Going to tonight's game, Raf, Nick Pivetta had a season-high 10 strikeouts. He gives up the leadoff home run to Jung-Hoo Lee and then locks it up, dials in 10 strikeouts. I did the math. 5 with the four-seamer, 4 with the sweeper, 1 with the sinker. And again, this is not Paul Skeens up there throwing, coming at you with a flamethrower. This is very much 1980s, 1990s, efficient, productive deception from the mound. Pitching is the art of deception. And tonight, we saw Nick Pivetta exercise the art of deception better than anyone. He threw a season-high 109 pitches today. So how did he dice up the Giants? 44% four-seam fastball, and then 21% sweeper, 17% curveball, 10% cutter, slider here and there. And I mean, what he does, he didn't do anything. He didn't switch up the repertoire drastically. And I always focus, there's a number, and that's the whiff rate, which means swing and miss induced pitches. I mean, what the amount of swing and miss a pitch induces from a guy. Today, Nick Pivetta with the sweeper that topped at 81.2 miles an hour, had a 43% whiff rate. So this guy's making the Giants look like a double-A ball club up there with an 81 mile an hour sweeper. That's pitching. that is absolute command of a weapon that doesn't need to blow people's socks off to be efficient. And I find it remarkable, Raf. Let's go to Stan in San Leandro, who's going to kick us off tonight here on Sports Phone KNBR. Again, the number is 415-808-5627, 415-808-KNBR. What's up, Stan?
Hey, great show. I was kind of thinking the same thing, about these pitchers.
Yep.
Because you're right. Here's an aging dude, kind of like, in the movies, who's pitching better than the youngsters, pitching better than the guy, just like you said, the Corbin Burns who get $250 million.
Where is he now? Where is he?
Right?
He's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Buster Posey was going to sign him. It's just the contract negotiating went sideways right at the end with a couple extra things here and there. So he very easily was going to be a Giant, but Burns got mad at the end, and then he made a deal with the Diamondbacks. But he was going to sign with the Giants. It was already done. So Buster lucked out on that one because he would have been hearing it from all of us.
Yep.
But you got Kai Tang. He's struggling. He's 6'4". He's young. He can't figure it out. You got Verlander, he's 42. He supposedly has all the metrics, spinning this, 97 this, 97 that. He can barely get a win. And you're right. There's little leaguers who are having elbow surgery at 11 years old.
Yeah, insane.
I've seen
insane.
Yeah, and I remember umpiring Little League and Pony Ball and seeing guys who pitched in the minors later. And I said, oh, man, I remember you when you were 13. You threw a curveball so young. I thought for sure you'd have elbow surgery. And he lifts up his shirt. There's that scar.
Yep.
So you got all these kids who, all these pitchers you're signing, they always pitched when they were younger. They pitched in high school. They pitched in college, and they're getting overpitched at every level. They're getting cut on at every level. So the guys who seem like you really want are those guys like Joe Nathan, who didn't pitch and then tried to pick it up once they got to the minors. Because just like you're saying, like Jeff Passan's book, who I want to read it now that you recommended it.
It's a great book. Look it up. It's called The Arm by Jeff. It's a great book. If you're a baseball fan, it's a must read. It's a phenomenal book.
Oh, I'm definitely going to read that.
Yeah.
And I already have an idea what it's going to say. Like, if you have a human arm that hasn't been cut on yet, if you have the right coaching and you can do what you got to do, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you can go to one of these fantasy camps and just like you say, you don't have to throw it. Because I was wondering about this. Do you have to throw 100 to get noticed these days? I was wondering, what if you go to one of these fantasy camps and you're spinning at about 93? Are they going to sign you right there? Mm-hmm. And just like you're kind of hinting and the things that are happening, it's probably going to be, yeah. They probably are going to sign some pissed off dude who didn't make it in college, who thinks he's a loser and likes to play catch and just like, I'm not a loser, and somehow comes back at 33. And then you're going to see 1,000 of them. Yep. They're going to be everywhere. All these ex-little leaguers, ex-high schoolers who feel like losers, they're like, you're not a loser. If you could just throw a knuckleball, you've got a chance to not be homeless, to feed your family, like it is in the Dominican Republic, to eat. And you're going to see all these bitter ex-ball players trying to turn it around because you're seeing what's going on in the major leagues. It's not Major League Baseball. It's mediocre league baseball. These are AAA guys. These are older guys. This is not the game we watched, like you said, in the 80s and 90s. There's no way. You got guys like back then, Ricky Henderson, fundamentally sound. You go up the list, Ichiro's, Ken Griffey Jr. That's not today's game. You guys got, and you look at the Giants trade when they traded their reliever they just got rid of, Tyler Rogers. That guy, Drew Gilbert. You know what? They shouldn't have put him out there. His value is dropping, and so is that Budo guy. All of a sudden, we're thinking, oh wow, Buster Posey did a great job on that trade. Not really. Rogers was almost an all-star. They should have gotten a lot more back for him because those two guys are not major leaguers. You can't put Drew Gilbert out there next year. If you do, we will lose 100 games next year. If we start running this drink that we're serving right now, next year we're gonna hit 100. We'll lose 100, and I think we're gonna lose. It's not looking good. It ain't not looking good because these guys are not major leaguers. And the rest of the league is kind of catching up. Cincinnati is going to be better next year for sure. So is the Miami Marlins. They're going to be much better. If the Cubs, they're going to have to sign Tucker to be better. But if that's true, us Giants are going to be in the exact same place this time next year, and nothing will change except that we'll probably have 20 more losses. And Buster Posey's really going to be feeling the heat then. He'll get a pass this year because he was an ex-player and everybody loves him. But if this goes 100 next year, he's going to be sweating. because he won't be able to dodge all the questions, and girls like Shayna Rubenstein from the Chronicle will be all over him, breathing down his neck like she always is, and it's just not looking good. So, and it ain't looking good for Bob either.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Stan, because I was having this conversation today. I mean, I get to, and I always frame it that way. I'm very thankful to do what I get to do, because I get to, in a day, I just did A's Cast pre and post on NBC Sports California for the A's, and now I get to hop on the radio and do the show after the Giants game. So in a single day, I got to cover both teams. And we were having this conversation in the newsroom at NBC. If you're a fan, which fan base do you think has more to look forward to over the next, 5 years? The A's fan base or the Giants fan base? And I think we did this exercise with Greg Silver a couple of weeks ago. And I understand that if you have guys like Matt Chapman and Willie Adames and Jung-Hoo Lee and now Rafi Devers, I understand the star power and the expectation behind those guys. I get it. Logan Webb, all-star, I understand it. But I also see the other side of the equation where if you're an Athletics fan and when this team moves to Las Vegas, I mean, right now, if I'm playing devil's advocate, how can you not be excited, even though the record is what it is for the A's, and they did bid the Twins today, with like Nick Kurtz, who is electric, Jacob Wilson, Lawrence Butler, Shea Langeliers. I mean, they have a different problem, which is pitching. That's a completely different issue. But I'm assuming you're a Giants fan, Stan. So what will your take be on that one?
An A's fan right now, because your first round draft pick, his name is Jamie Arnold, and I met him. He's from Florida State University baseball, and that's where I worked, and I got to go talk to him when he's out here playing against Cal. He is the greatest kid on planet Earth. This kid is humble. He's as talented as the day is long. He's going to be a Cy Young Award winner in Las Vegas with that new shortstop the A's got. I also want to say I met
Leo DeVries.
John Fisher.
Leo DeVries.
Yeah.
All right.
I met the owner of the A's, Mr. Fisher. I also met Dave Cavill, Billy Bean. They're all really nice people. I think and they're moving to Vegas. The Giants are in a spiral down to heck, because they have 8 more years of this. More years of heck.
We'll see what happens.
Go A's.
All right. Thank you, Stan and San Leandro. Quick break here on the show. Raph, what do you think, Raph?
Well, obviously,
I mean, Bryce
A's
Eldridge
have
is
a better team.
You think the A's have a better team?
I think offensively.
Oh yeah,
they
sure.
definitely have a
yeah. No, no question.
Right.
No question.
You get the pitching, and I mean, somehow next year, and they definitely have a better outlook. I would say in the next 5 years.
Like I was doing this exercise, and we can keep going on the other side. Is they just got Leo DeVries pretty much for Mason Miller. Think about that. They gave up, really, he's a weapon. Mason Miller is. But he's a one-inning weapon. And he is a conditioned weapon, because you can't put him out there if the game is not in a place for you to use him. Right? There's so many innings he can throw. 69, 70 in a good year? And if he's in a good team, which the Padres think they are, they're going to use plenty of them. And I get it. But you're changing a conditional weapon for an unconditional weapon, which is an everyday player in Leo DeVries, who is a all-star level 18-year-old shortstop who can change the face of your franchise like that. They just promoted him to Double-A Midland. He debuted today. He led off with the Midland Rockhounds. DeVries did. The A's could have, and when they move to Las Vegas, they can have Nick Kurtz playing first base, Jacob Wilson playing second, because DeVries is playing shortstop. He's way better than Wilson defensively. Someone playing third base. I don't care who it is. And Soderstrom, who's 23, playing left field, and Butler playing right field, and Langeliers He just hit his 27th home run of the year today. Hitting second in the lineup. Nick Kurtz is leading off. He went 3 for 3 with a walk. This guy's pumping home runs, oppo left and right. It's insane. They can't pitch. They're pitching better now. So that was a question. Quick break here. When we come back, we go back to the Giants game. What are good things to take from this loss? Positives. Also, where are the Giants looking for inspiration? We'll give you some clues, some hints on the other side. Again, the phone number is 415-808-5627. We'll be right back.
No, it's always a good job. And there's a high drive out into deep right center field, into the alleyway, way back there. It's gone! Jung-Hoo Lee leads off tonight's game with a home run. The night after, Elliot Ramos led off with a home run in game 1 of the series. I saw that one coming.
Wow.
Dave.
Wow.
And that's a part of a ballpark, of this ballpark, where it's not easy for anybody to hit a home run. It's over 400 feet to that spot, maybe 402, 403, and he cleared the wall. 1-0, Giants.
Giants fans, this is your hub to have your voice heard. Sports Phone KNBR. Streaming live on YouTube at KNBR 1045.
That's the number, 415-808-5627, 415-808-KNBR. I'm Carlos Ramirez. Rav Corral, behind the glass, taking care of you today. He will be picking up the phone. The Giants have a problem. Multiple, to be honest. And one of them showed its ugly head again tonight. Do you know what that problem is, Rav? Do you know what specific issue I'm referring to for the San Francisco Giants 2025 model?
Well, they can't hit.
Well, that's a big problem, right? That is the gigantic elephant in the room. Now, if we get more granular, you're in the right path. Let's get more granular. There is a very specific issue. It's a massive one, to be honest, that the Giants have this season. What do you think that is?
Well, definitely a lot of errors.
Okay.
But
on the hitting side.
Oh, okay.
They, before this game, had the 5th most strikeouts on the four-seam fastball in baseball. 5th most. These are the 5 teams or the 4 teams that have struck out more than the Giants on the four-seamer this season. Number one is the Seattle Mariners. 225. Now, here's the thing. That number, there's 2 different digits we should revise. One is the total amount of strikeouts, and the other one is the percentage of strikeout, because not every team sees the same amount of fastballs, right? One team might be pitched more fastballs against them. The other one might see fewer, right? Does that make sense? So, no team has struck out more times against the four-seam fastball than the Mariners. 225 collective strikeouts. Then the Rockies, bad team, 217. Then the Rays, 215. Then the Angels, 206. And here come your Giants at 205. Now, if we give you a better number, which is not a better, a more, how to put it, not realistic, more balanced number is the strikeout rate against that pitch, which takes into account, a different metric. The Giants are lower. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams that strike out at a higher rate against the four-seam fastball. Still, being 8th or top 10, not good. Rays, Angels, Mariners, Braves, Rockies, Athletics, Rangers, Tigers, and here come the Giants, right? They see 14.6% of the pitches against them are four-seam fastballs, right? So that's a number to take into consideration. How are they hitting the four-seam fastball? The clip is 248. Not great, not bad, but it's a problem. I mean, if the preeminent pitch in baseball is the four-seam fastball, and you have the fifth most strikeouts against that pitch, well, more times than not, you're going to be in the, unless you're a slugging team, which the Giants are not, that's a problem. Because if you tell me we're swinging and missing because our approach is to be more aggressive and we're going with launch angle and all that stuff and bat speed and we want to mash people's faces in, fine. I can live with the strikeouts if the other side of the equation produces more long balls. That's not the case with the Giants. Ron in Oakland. Ron, what's up? Welcome to Sports Phone. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. Great show. You guys are geniuses. I think you've just figured out the problem to all Bay Area baseball fans' problems.
Okay, which is what?
What do A's fans complain about most? They're leaving and they have no pitching, right?
Okay. I see where this is going. You want to combine them both?
Now, let's merge the team.
There we go.
You guys got
there we go.
You guys got the stadium and the pitching, and we got the hitters.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the A's have a stadium. It's being built, and it's not in the state of California. It's in the state of Nevada. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in baseball corridors and hallways, at least in the Bay Area, that is kind of the conversation. If we could merge the Giants pitching with the A's hitting, well, you have the Dodgers, or you have a World Series contender,
At least,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at Kurtz and Wilson.
Oh my God,
those are the kind of guys that the Giants need, man. If the Giants had just those two guys, oh my God, we'd be great.
I mean, not just those two. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
If you put Kurtz at first base, right?
Right.
I mean, Bailey's catching defensively is better than Langoliers, but Langoliers' offense, my God. I mean, this guy, after he came back from the when he got healthy, since the All-Star break, he's hitting .355. He's insane. He's insane right now. Yep, .355.
Yeah.
Right now, the best catcher in baseball is Shea Langoliers. 27.
And Bailey's got the best arm in baseball, right?
Oh yeah, if we could combine Langoliers' offense and Bailey's defense, well, we would have a hybrid. We would have that's like marrying Pudge Rodriguez and Mike Piazza, right? If they had a son, it would be Shea Bailey, right? Or Patrick Langoliers. How about that? Right?
Yeah, this whole merging thing.
Yeah.
It's just a technological problem, really.
Yeah. What should the Giants do, Ron? Are you a Giants fan?
I'm both fans, but
Okay.
Right now I tell you, I am so frustrated by the inconsistency of the Giants.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
And I think the A's, although they have a worse record, they had a terrible start. They had that 21-game losing streak, and I think the A's are a more exciting team right now. But I do hope for the Giants, but I don't know. It seems like the A's are poised for a better season next year than the Giants are right now. What do you think?
Listen, man, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. Over the past month and a half, the best team in baseball are the Milwaukee Brewers. The second best team in baseball are the A's, record-wise. That's a fact. That's just period. Their pitching has been phenomenal. I mean, they have a collective sub-3 ERA in the past month and a half. Let me say that again. They got rid of J.P. Sears, who was their most reliable starter. They got rid of Mason Miller, and the A's with J.T. Ginn and Jacob Lopez and Osvaldo Bido, and they have a better collective ERA with what they have. That's it. And their hitting is just and with no Jacob Wilson, he's hurt. He's playing in Vegas. He's in rehab assignment. So when he's back, and Jeffrey Springs, and Jack Perkins, I mean, I don't know how many Bay Area fans know these names. They should. I'm telling you, take a look at the A's now, what they have done over the past month and a half. Sure, their record is 57-70. It's not pretty. They're 13 games under 500. But over the past month, aside from the Brewers, who are just this band of unknown misfit players, I dare any baseball fan in the Bay Area, outside of, forget the Bay Area, in the country, outside of the state of Wisconsin, I dare them to name 3 Milwaukee Brewer players. 3. Just
I
name
could
them.
name one.
Yeah, Kristen Yelich. That's it. And maybe
I know
Contreras.
the manager is good. I know that.
What's his name?
I can't name it. I knew it the other day.
You don't even know. And that's the point. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but listen, that is the point. Somehow, the Milwaukee Brewers, with a bunch of players no one knows who they are, with Pat Murphy at the helm, that's the manager, are the hottest team in baseball. Their leadoff hitter is hitting 300. Sal Frelick. Do you know who he is?
No.
No one knows. No one. Their third baseman's name is Caleb Durbin from Lake Forest, Illinois. Does it ring a bell?
Absolutely not.
No. And here's the crazy part. Jackson Chourio, who is their best player, is out. I mean, if you don't love baseball, man, I don't know. Ron, thank you for the call, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Tim in Pleasanton. Tim, what's up?
Yeah, hi, it's Jim, actually.
Oh, Jim, sorry.
Yeah,
the board said Tim. That's an error on the scoreboard for Raf. Raf, that's an E1 for Raf. All right.
E1, okay.
E1.
Great.
All right.
What
What do you have, Jim?
I'm an engineer. I'm a statistics guy, and I know you guys were talking statistics earlier.
Yep.
And one of the things that bugs me is that giant distraction board out there in center field.
Okay.
And they're bragging about it's the biggest one in baseball, you know.
Yep.
And then I look at all the other places, and tonight in the pregame they were saying the Giants have a better away record than they do home record.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I checked online, and since they put that thing out there and enlarged it, you know, it was always out there in 2000 when they opened the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how anybody can concentrate, you know, and hit anything because your peripheral vision is totally blinded. And if you look at from 2019 to this year, across the board, batting averages for the Giants are down 35 to 40%.
Interesting. Jim, let me ask you something, Jim. Let me ask you something. Jim. Is that board up when the other team is hitting?
Well, if you look at all the other teams,
Mm-hmm.
they stick a board out there in left field or right field. Nobody puts this big monster out.
No. What I'm saying is when the opposing teams, when the rival teams come to Oracle, do they not have to see the same gigantic screen in front of them? Is
sure.
it? So why can they hit and the Giants can't?
They have a different focus. It takes a time till you get.
Okay, so the problem is not the
desensitized.
board. The problem is
Okay.
the Giants' concentration. Then.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, they're looking at themselves out there and blasting this big thing. They play better in the day than the night because during the day it's not as
Interesting.
intrusive.
Okay. So what do you suggest?
Make sense?
I see. I'm going with you. So what do you suggest? Do we get a? No, I'm being serious. Do we get them? Is it more mental than mechanical? Do you think?
Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit of each. You know,
Okay.
I mean, if you have this thing staring at you all the time, you go out there day after day after day, it has to be a distraction. And I would say, turn the damn thing off and see what happens.
Turn it off.
I mean,
Do you think Barry Bonds would have an issue with the board?
No, it was much smaller when Bonds was batting.
No, I'm saying
Like,
if Barry was playing today, do you think he would have a problem with the gigantic screen or the board?
maybe very minor because Barry was so focused.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Barry's bat wasn't swinging around wildly while he was standing up at the plate and people throwing fastballs by him.
I get it.
Barry was ready for the.
Have you seen the size?
Knew what it was throwing at.
Have you seen the size of the board in Petco? That thing is huge.
Where?
That thing is like a.
Yeah.
it's like a carrier out there, like an aircraft carrier. It's gigantic. I'm serious. It's huge. So you bring up a good point. However, let me respectfully bring up a different point. Maybe just the Giants need better hitters. Not just from a mental standpoint, which it is a good point you bring up. I just don't think there's enough hitting there in the lineup. Period. End of story.
Absolutely. They don't understand fundamental contact. No matter how hard you swing, if you don't hit the ball, it isn't going anyplace.
Great point.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Jim, thank you so much from Pleasanton. I appreciate it. Let's go to Safe at third from San Francisco. Safe, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Man, you got a great show. And you're hitting
thank
a lot of bullet points, man.
Thank you.
I admire how the show is going.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
77-year-old baseball fan from New York. Remember the Giants. What's happening is like a lot of the callers are saying.
Mm-hmm.
10 strikeouts is ridiculous at this point in time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the beginning of the year, okay, you're trying to feel what's going on. You're getting introduced to a lot of pitchers and getting the season started. I could see that maybe. But at this time of the season, 10 strikeouts is ridiculous. And I'm sitting up there watching the game, and they're just whiffing it. I mean, and the ball is not even really zipping past them. They're just whiffing. So my thing is, what I think is going to happen is that they're going to wait. They're going to go into next year. Buster knows what he needs. And I would imagine, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that Buster is preparing to get people who can make contact. I look at Luis Arraez. Man, I love watching him play. I will turn off the Giants sometime if the Padres are on another channel just to see Luis Arraez and his batting technique. I mean, it is absolutely stupendous. I think he's only struck out 14 times this year, if that. So we need contact hitting because what we got now is not working. It's really sad. It's really sad to see them just sit up there and whiff at this point in time of the season. I don't see us going to the playoffs because I don't think we have enough gas.
Do you mean this year or next year?
This year I don't see us going to the playoffs now.
Okay.
We just don't have it.
Well, I don't think that's a hot take. I mean, they're 61 and 65, right? I mean, they did a soft sell, but I don't think anyone at this point is saying, "Oh yeah, the Giants are going to be." I hope they turn the corner and do become a threat, but I don't even think the most optimistic of Giants fans is saying right now, "Yeah, you know what? We're right there." Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
No, but we've been saying that for a while now. Soon as they get to a point of contention to get in there, to put their foot in the door so the door won't close, they take their foot out. And that's
so you're saying they're doing the baseball hokey pokey.
There you go.
They put the right foot in, they put the right foot out, they put the right foot in, and they shake it all about.
When like the game last night, you get to a certain point, they were like up, and they don't want. It seemed like they don't want to get any more points, score any more points. 8 to whatever. What was it? 8-2 last night, or it was 4-3? I think
4-3. 4-3. All the runs, all the runs in the first inning, just like today.
First inning.
Yep.
And then after that, it's like they get a blanket and go to sleep.
Okay.
What the hell is that? And I'm sitting there shaking my head. You got to attack. You got to really want to let these people know that you're coming after them, and they don't seem to do that. At least with this combination of players that they have. I think they got some good players and a couple of promising, but they just don't have enough to get to the end of the line. I hope they make it to the playoffs. I'm a Giants fan since '53.
Would you say I have a conundrum. I have a riddle for you, Safe at third, for Mike who's waiting, for every Giants fan out there who is outraged tonight, who is molesto. I'm going to say it in Spanish. I'm going to go bilingual here. Molesto.
Uh-oh.
Molesto. Angry. A lot of molesto fans out there, Riddle me this. Riddle me this, Safe at third.
Okay.
Please. And I want, if someone has the answer for this riddle, well, good for you. The Giants, would you say the Giants are a disciplined offensive team?
No.
Yeah, no. Okay, no. So explain to me how they can have the 9th highest strikeout rate, which is indicative of a lack of discipline. Would you agree?
That's true.
Okay, explain to me this now. The Giants also have the 5th best, well, actually 4th, 5th, the 5th best walk rate in baseball. So what the hell are they? They strike out a lot, but they walk a lot. That makes no sense.
No sense.
Please explain that to me. Explain how you can strike out like you do and walk like you do. There's another team that does the exact same thing. And again, it's mind-boggling. It really is. And that's the Yankees.
Well,
I mean, not to the degree that the Giants do. The Yankees have the 13th highest strikeout rate in baseball, 22.6%. And their walk rate is the best, 10%. How do you do that? How can you be so undisciplined to strike out and disciplined to walk?
To walk. That's really. Hey, I'm going to have to sit back and have a beer on that.
Hey, make it 3 or 4 or 6 pack, whatever. Just don't drive after you do that.
Let me say this.
All right.
Let me say this, and I'll get off the air.
Right.
It's that even if they walk, they don't do nothing with it. They're not stealing. They don't lay down bunts. I mean, if you're in this realm of baseball at this point, then lay down some bunts. I haven't seen a drag bunt.
All right.
in
I know
decades.
you. All right. I agree. Safe at third. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I need? You know what I really want, Raph? And what I think? So the rules of the game are so conducive to offense, excitement. You know, the shift is gone. We want more hitting. The bases are bigger. We want more more stolen bases, more base stealing is what we want. Forgot to speak English there for a second. It's 10:47. I need a coffee and I can't have one. However, what the game really wants, and if I invite every baseball fan for a day or two, just watch a Giants game, and then watch a Brewer game. Even don't watch the highlights. Watch a Cubs game. Heck, watch an A's game on NBC Sports California. Do the exercise. And if you have an energy meter, an energy level meter, and tell me what you see. Use your eyes. Use them. Tell me that the Giants are an energetic baseball team. And convince me that they are. They're not. I'm not talking about exciting. That's a different concept. Exciting is what Jung-Hoon Lee did a couple of nights ago, catching a fly ball with his knees. That's exciting, right? Where is the energy level? Where is it? It's not there. Raph, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Who's the leader of the Giants?
That's tough. I before he got hurt, the first time, I would say Chapman was probably one of the leaders on the team. But thinking now, it's probably Webb. Okay. Out of all of them. Okay. Is my guess.
Yeah, I would agree.
Or is my answer. Yeah.
I would agree. Right. And again, I haven't been as close to the Giants this year as in previous seasons. I'm covering more A's this year with NBC. I just don't see the joy that I saw at the beginning of the year. You know, the high five and the Willie Adames being out there having. I saw a team go from having fun out there and winning tight baseball games to a team that has lost its jovial, youthful play style, and it's become pretty much dead. It's joyless. It's boring. It's a tough watch. And I think sometimes you just have to go back to basics. And I'm not talking about physical, mechanical basics. I'm talking about playing with a level of joy and abandonment, youthful abandonment. When you were a kid, when you were a teenager, and you wanted to go out there with your friends and have a good time, have fun, man. This team, when they were rolling at the beginning of the year, I saw a fun baseball team. I saw them slapping their butts, high-fiving, making jokes. Of course, when you win, everything's fun. But having fun while you're losing, I think, is really important for you to go back to that connection and go back to having fun, man. Have fun. Be creative. Drag a bunt. Steal home. Slide hard. Get in a fight. You know? I'm not asking you to hurt anyone. I'm just saying, have fun, dude. Show me where's the blood in your veins. I'm not seeing it. Are you? Is it just me?
No, definitely seeing it. It's just losing 15 out of 16 at home. I mean, that drags down anybody. Any team would sink.
Right, and I get it. Losing is never fun. I understand it. There's got to be a way where you reconnect, man. Reconnect with whatever vital bloodstream you need to reattach to your body for that flow of excitement. And you know what I want to see? I want to see players wear a home run jacket. I want to see a funny celebration. I want to see that. You know what? I want to see the what's the name of the uniform? The Tuesday uniform. I forgot.
City Connect.
City Connect Magic.
Yeah, right.
The City Connect Magic. I want to see that. I mean, even the therapeutic rabbit died, man. Alex the rabbit, he passed away. This team needs something like the rally monkey. Aside from the obvious, which is hitting and all that stuff. If you're losing games, but I see you busting your ass out there and you're giving it all and you're having fun, I can live with that. I really can. You know, make it worthwhile. Yeah, you know what? They lost, but they're busting everything. They're leaving nothing. Nothing. Especially, and if you're a fringe player, if you're a guy and this team is out of it, they're out of it. Let's be real. If you're a fringe MLB player and you don't see these next 30 plus whatever games they have as your ticket for your future, and you're not busting 90 from home to first base, and you're not diving for every foul ball, for every ground ball, for every fly ball, if you're not leaving everything out there, what are you doing? What are we doing? Don't do it for me or for the fans or for Raph. Do it for you. Your career's on the line. There's your team looking at you and other 29 teams out there who you might be auditioning for. Make you an offer. Make the Giants say, you know what, this dude, I'll give you an example. Again, going to the A's. Darrell Hernandez just turned 24. Jacob Wilson's hurt. Hernandez knows he's keeping Jacob Wilson's seat warm until he comes back. When Jacob Wilson comes back, he's going to be the shortstop. Darrell Hernandez is making the A's take a hard thought about this, man. Think hard and long about this. This dude's got to play. We got to find a spot for Hernandez now. That's what I want to see from the Giants. From whoever. I'm not seeing it. Mike in San Francisco wants to talk about hitting. What's up, Mike?
How you doing, sir? It's a pleasure.
Hey, thank you.
So I'm befuddled and bewildered. I'm 47 years old.
Yep.
I've been watching Bears with Giants, Niners, Warriors since I was 5, and I remember my late grandfather screaming at the television.
Mm-hmm.
stick with the teams through good and bad times. It's almost is like, and then you think of like how they won 107 games. What was that, 21 or 22?
21.
21.
Yep.
So, and just a couple things, and then I would love your opinion and your feedback on it.
Sure.
But and I'm not a diehard fan, like I said. But besides Buster Posey, we haven't really. I mean, who was the last superstar? Barry Bonds. I mean, and I don't. These three. Besides the lineup changes, my brother. I mean, it's like, those three guys like Adames and Chapman, regardless of strikeouts, man, they're and then getting Devers. I mean, Buster has done everything that he can do. I mean, who else are we going to add? Like, I don't. I mean, that's a pretty. I don't want to say stacked lineup because I mean, how can we say that at this point?
Yeah,
but
right.
I mean, it's we've got some studs. A lot. I mean, but I don't have an answer. And I don't think anybody does. They just totally, bleep the bed. I don't really know. I mean, real quick before, what's your take? I mean, I mean, who are they going to add?
Well, this season, no one. I mean, we can see players brought up from AAA. That's it. But life-changing talent, I mean, the closest the Giants have, and thank you for the call, Mike, is waiting next season to see what they can do, right? What is Bryce Eldridge, right? If Bryce Eldridge is for the Giants what Nick Kurtz is for the A's, now you're cooking, right? Now you have the first baseman of the future. You have a left-handed hitter who can bring power, hopefully, who can bring contact as well. Listen, I know Giants fans seldom watch A's games because, well, they're watching the Giants, right? Raph, have you seen Nick Kurtz?
I have, yeah.
What do you think?
I think he's tremendous. I mean, he's great. His hitting is I mean, it's just that I had no idea he was that good.
Forget about the hitting.
Okay.
I mean, you're right.
Yes.
That's the outstanding feature of his game. Number one, he's 22 years old. Young player. So they're bringing up young talent. They're hitting on the draft. Jacob Wilson, 23. Nick Kurtz, 22. That's number one. Great nickname. Big Amish. I mean, they're playing in a AAA yard up in West Sac, right? The churning, the butter churning. They're 57-70, and they're having fun. They're having fun. That's all I want. I want to see a team that understands that this means a lot to a lot of people. I'll give you an example. I love football. Love football. I came to this country as a 6-year-old boy. Have never seen a quarter of football in my life. I fell in love immediately with the game. Immediately. I'll admit, I was a Denver Bronco fan because I lived in Boulder, Colorado. John Elway, my favorite player ever. Ever. I came here in 2019, and the San Francisco 49ers opened the door for me to work in the NFL as their Spanish broadcaster. Now, I work for them in English with NBC. I am a 49er fan. I love the 49ers. If the 49ers win on Sunday, the next 7 days for me are magical. If they lose on Sunday, the next 7 days, guess what? I'm a pain to be around. I am pissed off. Don't talk to me. I don't want to see the highlights. I'm angry. I'm not going to show it because I'm a professional, but my state of mind is unstable. My emotions run high. I get it. I'm Latino. I'm Hispanic. Whatever, man. I'm not the only one. Last year was miserable for the 49ers. Tell me what you saw, Raph, out of George Kittle. Did you see a lack of energy? Did you see a lack of effort? Did you see a lack of enjoyment? Even though they were losing games, George Kittle, the people's tight end, gives me everything on every quarter, on every play, win or lose. That's all I want. That's all I want. You can't control the outcome of the game in any sport, not even in tennis, which is an individual sport, right? You can't. Not even golf. Give me everything you have. And you don't have to be a table flipping, shirt removing, hat waving madman. You don't. You can be a relaxed guy. I get it. But effort shows. Giants are not giving any effort, man. I'm sorry. The energy's not there. It's not. It was 2 months ago. And I'm not going to pretend I know what's happening in that clubhouse. I'm not. But players are saying stuff. Do you not see the tightness? I mean, the body language. It's a tight baseball team. Not tight in they're close. I'm guessing they are. I'm saying it's when a player is relaxed and engaged, the energy just flows. You can see it. I'm not seeing it.
It's like they're trying not to make a mistake.
Right.
And it's tough. It's a tough way to play any sport. That you have to give it your all. You have to not worry and just play with, like you said, with your hair on fire.
It's like they're walking on eggshells.
Right.
Like if you know something bad happens, or here we go, the down spiral is happening again. Oh, we can't come back from this. Where the opposite was happening at the beginning of the year. There wasn't a scenario they couldn't climb out of. There wasn't a hole big enough for them to not climb out of. Not now. Like even when they had 4 runs yesterday in the first, I don't know. It might be, I don't know what's going to happen. You go high register. Maybe they're going to drop it. You got scared. And I know it's in there. And what has to be frustrating, and I'm going to put myself on the side of the player always, because I know they're trying their best. But we've seen better from them. It's not like we're asking them to give us something they haven't shown before. Go back, watch the tape. Go back to April and May. We saw that version of this team have fun, be enjoyable, be engaging, energetic. It meant something. There was a sense of urgency, of ownage, of belong. That's the other thing. And that's the other thing. When a team is built through the draft, through their farm system, those players have a bigger sense of attachment to the team than players that come from other places. Right? Logan Webb, homegrown. Patrick Bailey, homegrown. Elliot Ramos, homegrown, right? But you have other players who come from different places, right? Chapman, Adames, Devers now, right? Jung-Hoo Lee's Korean. I mean, I don't think he grew up being a Giants fan. But you can get that. I mean, but I think the core of every successful team in any sport has to be homegrown, because it just means more to them. The sense of belonging, the sense of respect, the sense of this is my building. I'll give you a story from a different sport. I'm going to go to soccer. Thierry Henry, the great Frenchman, the great French striker, went from Arsenal to Barcelona, right? The first year he was there, there's a huge sign on the stands of the Camp Nou. That's the stadium. And when you walk up the stairs to go to the pitch, you read the club's motto, which is "Més que un club," more than a club. And he's walking up the stairs, and he sees it, and he laughs. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, he was being dismissive of the club's motto. He just got there. He doesn't know anything. That means nothing to him. He just spent a decade in London kicking butt with Arsenal. So he hears behind him the club's captain, Xavi Hernandez. And he gives it. I mean, he just unleashed. Like, what are you talking? This is my club. What are you talking about? You don't know anything about this. You haven't won here anything. Respect my club. Like, this is my team, my city. You earn it. Every great team in any sport, find me a team where the nucleus of the winning core isn't homegrown. Steph, Clay, Draymond. Draft. Jordan, Pippen, Horace Grant. Draft. Kobe, draft. Yeah, Shaq was a trade. Fine. The edge of that team. Derek Fisher, draft. Go to the Yankees. Jeter, Rivera, Bernie Williams, Posada, draft. The Cubs in 16. Bryant, Baez, draft. You have to build it from within. How do the Niners get to the Super Bowl? Kittle, Warner, Purdy, draft. Sure, you bring pieces like McCaffrey and stuff, Juszczyk, Debo, Ayuk. It's got to come from within. That's who they really understand what the team is about and the sense of belonging, of ownership of the city, of the club, of the crest, of the colors, of everything means more to them. To finalize, look at the A's. Kurtz, Wilson, Butler. Or you get traded at a young age and then you come through the farm system, Langoliers. Or the team gave you your big break, Brent Rooker. That's how the A's are building it, man. They're trying. Not succeeding so far, but they're trying. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? All right, that does it for this edition of Sports Phone KNBR. That was fun. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Raph. Thank you. You got to make it fun, man. See, I care.
Yeah, of course
I care.
And it shows.
I care. Man, I care. I want to see my city happy. I want to see I'm not from here. I wasn't born here. I've been here for 7 years. But this city, this fan base, Telemundo, NBC, KNBR, the 49ers, they open the doors for me. They treat me like family. So I defend it like how I feel it. I care about this stuff, man, because I know people care about this. I know tomorrow kids are going to go to school angry. Dads are going to go to their office upset. I know this. I'm upset. Right? And in the end, that's what fans want to see, man. Period. It's that easy. They want to see a team that, win or lose, give it their all. That's it. That's a wrap for Sports Phone KNBR. I am Carlos Ramirez, and I'm always going to give it 100%. Win or lose, we always win here. I don't know where I'm back. That's it. I have no idea.
Next week's.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, next week. We have a big announcement next week. I'm going to send my love to Greg Papa. Brother, I love you. I know you're in good spirits. I talked to Greg today. Good spirits. He's got a beard. He looks great. I love you, Pop. All right. Let's go home. Raph, great job. You, the fans, thank you for calling. This was Sports Phone KNBR. I'm Carlos Ramirez. See you next time right here on The Sports Leader.